Yeah. We just finished work and I'm just sitting here chilling. I don't want to go home yet. I just want to chill by myself. I don't know why I'm like this. I like being alone. But at the same time, I don't like to feel lonely. I like being alone, but I don't like feeling lonely, if you know what I mean. I'm surrounded by people all the time. So I'm not exactly alone, but I feel incredibly lonely, trapped in my own mind. Yeah, I'm stuck in this meat prison on this realm. Meanwhile, my soul is eternally searching for a place to dwell. I guess I want to be with God. I don't know what that was about. Yeah. Trust me, guys. I'm not going insane. I'm still very sane. I have not lost touch with reality. All of my senses are engaged at the moment. I can see stuff. This is real. This is reality. I can feel the seats beneath me. I can smell the air, hear the noises around me. I'm still alive. This is real. I've not lost touch with reality. I'm not in psychosis at the moment. You know, when I was a kid and when I was growing up, I used to want to be stronger than my dad. I want to beat my dad at something. He was the man. He was the man in the family. He's strong, he's intelligent. I just want to be like him, you know? And so there were multiple occasions in which I was given this opportunity to demonstrate my ability, and I always fall short of my dad. I remember one day we were just playing, we were just mucking around. Dad was doing some sort of weird yoga thing in the morning, and I climbed up the stairs to the balcony and I saw him doing his moves, and I wanted to wrestle him. And I start punching him, throwing punches, and he was not struggling at all. He would just put out his arms like this and he would stop me. He would hold both my arms with a strong vice grip, and then with a swift kick he got me onto the ground, and he was holding me there. And no matter how hard I tried, I could not overpower him. Back then, my older sister, and my older cousin, they were both girls. They were sharing a bedroom together, and they would always make fun of me. They were bullying me pretty much. And I got so mad. I just want to prove my masculinity. I wanted to show them that, hey, I'm a boy, I'm better than you. And so my older cousins used to tell me ghost stories all the time. That would freak me out. I was scared of ghosts. I was scared of dying, man. That's what I was scared of. From birth, I have always been scared of dying. And when my sister and my cousin, they tell me stories about the Vietnam War and how soldiers would get their bits blown off by a landmine, and how the American soldiers were torturing our people, putting snakes into people's pants and making naked people suffer, torturing by putting rats on people's bodies and stuff like that. That would freak me the hell out. I was scared of that. I was scared of torture. I was scared of death. Yeah, my older cousins and my sister used to tease me for it. And one day I wanted to show them I'm the man. So I arm wrestled my older cousin, and she beat me, and I was devastated. Fast forward a few years later, I hit my puberty, and I was taller than my sister, and I was stronger than her. And so they can't really push me around anymore because I'm stronger than them. They might be smarter than me, but I'm stronger than them. Clearly, I was stronger than them. I was a boy. And when I beat my older cousin, who is a girl, in arm wrestling, I was so happy, man. I was so happy. That was when I was 10 or 12 or something like that. I beat my cousin in an arm wrestle match, and she was a girl. And she was 25 at the time. So I was really happy. But my dad, he was still the strongest man in the family. And then fast forward to when I left Western Australia and came to Tasmania. That's when I started living by myself for the first time. And a year after that, my grandfather died, and that was the first death in the family. And I think that event really changed me. It really gave me depression. It gave me an existential crisis because I have never faced death before. You see, we live in a society in which death is not talked about often enough. We all eat meat, and yet we don't know where our food comes from. We don't really hunt for animals. Let's be honest here. How many of you out there who's eating meat actually go out and hunt for your food? Who actually goes out and fish, skin the animal, remove all of the organs from the animal, clean it? Not many of you would do that. I know some of you are into that rural lifestyle kind of thing, and you go out hunting and shooting. But most of us, we buy our meat from the supermarkets. We don't experience animal death. We don't see death. And then, yeah, not many of us would see suffering on a daily basis unless, yeah, I don't know, you're in a war-torn country or you work in healthcare and you see people dying. Most of us don't really see death that often. Why am I talking about this? I'm talking about this because I realized that I am at the funny age, like I said yesterday, when I see my parents becoming elderly, and it's heartbreaking, man. I don't know why, but I have to be honest with myself. I feel some sort of way when I see my grandparents dying. They are leaving this world behind, and then I see my parents growing older, and I see myself growing older as well. It's a funny feeling. It's very surreal. I believe in God. I told you guys about that. And I believe in the afterlife. But I have to be real. We don't like talking about death. We don't like thinking about death. But this is the reality of life. It has become a normal thing with this sinful world. And we die because of sin, according to the Bible anyways. There is an eternal life according to the Bible. Whether I believe in that or not, I'm not at that stage yet. My conviction is not that strong. But yeah, death is a normal part of life, and that's what most people believe in. We all die eventually. Yeah, but it's so heartbreaking. I mean, I celebrated when I beat my cousin in an arm wrestling competition. But when I see myself becoming stronger than my dad, that fucking breaks my heart, man. That fucking breaks my heart. Seeing my dad going weaker and weaker every single day, it breaks my fucking heart. I mean, now I can bench press 10 times, 20 times more than him. Squats, deadlift, overhead press, do all of that shit. I can run faster than him. Go for longer than him. I can basically outpower him in every single aspect of life. Even driving, man, my dad can't drive so effectively anymore. And even I come to my dad for the wisdom and advice, but I realize that he's not going to be here much longer. Yeah, this is what I mean by feeling so lonely, even though I'm surrounded by people. I'm gonna get home to see my parents now. I guess I have no regrets. It's just life, man. This is a normal part of life. Growing older, aging, dying. I think it's beautiful. I think it's not all doom and gloom. Maybe it's a new beginning. Maybe death signals birth, because I think of myself and what I'm doing in life, and I see my colleagues, the new generation of people coming into this profession. I get to nurture them. I mean, it's so rewarding, man. I like to be a part of someone's success, and seeing others succeeding because of me, that's also brings me a lot of meaning into my life. I mean, I have students, and I love seeing the growth in people, you know? I love seeing the best of people. That's what's meaningful to me. Of course, it might be sad seeing my parents growing older and seeing myself becoming more senior, but it's also rewarding because I get to see this new generation of people growing older, growing up, looking up to me, asking me for advice, and I'm able to impart this wisdom onto the younger generation. It's so rewarding. But I have to be honest with myself. It's also very devastating seeing my parents growing older. I'm just gonna be real with you guys. Anyways, I'm rambling on way too much. This is what I think about when I get a moment. It's really therapeutic. I like talking about these things. I like getting it off my chest. When I speak these words into life, I feel better. I feel better. If you're still watching, I love you. Why are you still watching? Stay strong. God bless. I love you all. And I have complete faith in God and the plan that God has for you and for me. So stay strong. Don't give up.